Fundraisers, tell me, do you think fundraising is about friend raising? Well, the answer is yes and it's no. Hi there, I'm Nancy Reeves, your fundraising coach. Before I continue, make sure you subscribe to my weekly insights by clicking the description here. That way you don't miss out on fundraising tips and strategies. Yes, friend raising is an aspect of fundraising. In fact, it's a huge factor. Fundraising is about building trusted relationships. It's about turning those passionate about your cause into ardent supporters. You want trusted friends of your organization to become passionate donors for your cause. On the other hand, friend raising is not all there is to fundraising. To succeed with fundraising, you must implement a reliable fundraising system and a framework. Then you work the system. As a fundraiser, I spent a lot of time with people I enjoyed being with, had things in common with, cared about, admired, and considered a friend. Many friends of the foundation were raving advocates for our mission. As a result, they supported us with major gifts. I did spend a significant amount of time with them. Additionally, I spent a considerable amount of time with people who did not have the capacity to financially support our mission in a big way. I was energized by their presence. They were wonderful people who I called my friends. Was that wrong to spend time with them? I was a fundraiser. My job description was clear that I was to raise money for the organization. So no, it was not necessarily wrong for me to spend time with them. I bet you have formed many friendships in your position as a nonprofit leader. After all, to be a great fundraiser, you must value people and enjoy being with them. But how many of those people with whom you spend most of your time are highly qualified to make a major gift? I want you to consider where you spend your time if you are the fundraiser for your organization. If you're trying to raise significant dollars, either as the executive director or development director, you must focus a significant portion of your time with those who can give at a significant level. Consider why you were hired. You have to think big if you want to make a big impact. Otherwise, you're thinking small and your activities reflect that. I want to share with you where to focus to bring in the big dollars. Number one, identify your ideal major donors. Use my 3-point criteria when identifying your ideal major donors. This will help you to be intentional when creating your major donor prospect list. Your ideal major donors are those who, number one, have the means to give. Number two, are passionate about your cause. And number three, have philanthropic tendencies. You know this best by their giving history to your organization and in your community. Engage with those on your list in meaningful and effective ways. Number two, decide how you will spend your time. Looking at the impact of major gift fundraising, studies have shown that on average, almost 90% of all funds come from just 10% of donors. That 10% represents donations from your major donors. Given the impact of major gifts on your fundraising total, it's clear to see where you spend the majority of your time to raise money. Number three, adopt a daily productivity system. If you are not using a productivity system, adopt one. Use a daily planner in which you write down your goals. Yes, write down your daily goals on paper using a planner. To accomplish your biggest priorities and keep you focused on what brings results, implement a productivity system. My all-time favorite is Michael Hyatt's Full Focus Planner. To wrap up, fundraising is about friend raising. But it's much more than that. You also want to be a good steward of your donors' investments. Start by evaluating how you spend your time. You have fundraising goals and expectations to meet. Does your board really want you to only be building friendships? No, certainly not. They want you to make friends, to engage in a professional and thoughtful manner with everyone. But they want you to spend your time wisely. And that means focusing on what brings in the big dollars. Your time is money. My goal as a fundraising coach is to make you a rock star. You can double your fundraising results. Start by focusing on what brings results. Build a major donor prospect list by using the 3-point criteria I shared. follow your fundraising plan that you established. If you don't have a fundraising plan, I have the perfect tool for you. Go right now to fundraisingmaximize.com. Look for the bright green button. You'll see my free fundraising plan focusing on major gifts. It's a template that will guide you and keep you focused on the fundraising process. Again, to grab your template, go to fundraisingmaximize.com. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.